How is it going, my heroes, my villains, and everybody in between? Sean Ross here, and welcome back, guys, to another live reaction to My Hero Academia. We are on manga chapter number 235, and I currently don't have a chapter title in front of me. I don't know the chapter title at all, because I am doing my reaction off of the official Viz translation of chapter 235, and Viz doesn't promote the chapter title outside of the chapter on its scrolling menu. So I'm kind of going in blind, being unable to speculate on the events of this chapter based on the title, but coming off of last week's chapter, I think it's pretty safe to assume where this chapter is going.
You have no idea.
We ended off on a very hype moment with Machia making his way to Daika City, and the Clash of Titans is about to go down. I want to see this fight between Machia and Re-Destro.
Let's get ready to rumble! Nani?
But before we dive right in, some of you guys might have noticed that I've got my party on glasses on right now, and I tend to break these glasses out whenever there is cause for celebration. And this chapter definitely demands some sort of celebration because we've got a color spread page celebrating 5 years of serialization for MHA. 5 years of My Hero Academia. That is a huge milestone we have reached with this series, and I'm just really happy for Horikoshi because I really do think back to his author comments in the beginning of Volume 1 where he didn't know how the series was going to do, how long it was going to run for, if it would get popular, and here we are 5 years later, and I think it's safe to say My Hero Academia is doing just fine. So once again, huge congrats to Horikoshi, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the next 5 years have in store for My Hero Academia. So guys, with all that being said, without further ado, I think it's about time we dive right into chapter 235 and see where this chapter goes. But we have to kick things off starting with the color page. And my God, this color page looks awesome. It looks so good. It looks so good. We got all of Class 1A. We even got Buff All Might in this color spread making a return. I see Aizawa, we got Present Mike, the big three up top. I see them in the back right there. Inasa made it on this color spread.
Come on, let's do this!
He's flying through the sky right there. And then I even see Hawks, I see Endeavor.
Look!
And then I think that's Mirko right next to Endeavor. Even our bunny girl made it on to this color spread. Very well done, Horikoshi. Awesome color spread page. But now it's about time to officially start chapter 235. And I'm gonna have to take these off because, in all honesty, it is going to be very hard to read if I wear these for the entire chapter. So make a quick change right here. Now I'm able to see. So here we are. First page of chapter 235, I'm seeing Re-Destro and Shigaraki. Burden. I extract my own stress, make it corporal, and blast it over a wide range. Re-Destro, do you copy? And we still have Skeptic trying to contact Re-Destro over the phone, letting him know there's something else on the way, something big, something hulking, and could actually stand up to Re-Destro's strength.
Hello there. Run.
The pinnacle of my meta ability, honed since childhood. And we got some heartbeat sound effects. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Is Re-Destro getting a little nervous? Is he getting a little stressed right now? Which wouldn't really be a problem because it would just factor more into his strength if he gets more stressed.
Well, duh.
An attack that cannot be evaded. But he touched it.
Touch.
Really? Shigaraki was able to touch his attack? In that instant, he moved into it and ignored the instinct to defend. moving only to destroy.
Autonomous Ultra Instinct.
What does he have, Ultra Instinct or something? Is he like Goku? Like he's at his limit, he's just completely exhausted and then tapped into untapped potential that he didn't know he had? And then Skeptic's still trying to reach him. Re-Destro, be on guard. My senses are clear and sharp. What do I seek to build? And we see Shigaraki reaching into his coat pocket and he brings out his father's hand. Which I'm honestly amazed at the fact that the father hand has received no damage thus far, even after Shigaraki was thrown through the city like a ragdoll. It feels like only yesterday. No, you're totally right. Those vivid memories floating to the surface. And Shigaraki is just looking down at the father hand. But we see Shigaraki look up from his hand. He looks at Re-Destro. We got some blood coming out of his nose. All I can do is destroy.
Behold.
Oh my god. And Re-Destro looks like a demon. And he's getting bigger.
My power is maximum.
This man has no limit when it comes to his stress level. There's no cap. There's no ceiling. His stress level can just go on forever. And he is just huge. This is like a David and Goliath scenario. We have tiny Shigaraki just standing his ground with the hulking Re-Destro just powering up. And you just see the power and the stress surging off of the Venom stress suit that is just covering his body. Then be gone. A world without creation has no future. No future, huh? Nah, I don't want that either. Yo, Shigaraki. I love the fact he still got sass, even staring this gigantic man down. Shigaraki, I love you for that. That is amazing. But it looks like we're cutting into some flashbacks right here. Thank you for being so understanding. I'm so sorry my boy bothered you. So we got a young Tenko being brought home by somebody, and we see his mom bowing to this person. I'll be sure to give him a talking to. What did young Tenko do? What did he do to this person?
You gonna learn today.
And here we go.
Okay, we got a panel shots of Shigaraki's childhood home, chapter 235.
What?
No way. That's the title of the chapter? Tenko Shimura Origin.
Tenko Shimura. What is Jin?
Oh my sweet Jesus. That's rad.
You serious?
Yo,
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
I am glad I was not spoiled on that.
Stay calm.
So we are not getting Giganto versus Re-Destro this chapter. That is being sidelined. And I am okay with that. We are getting an Origins chapter.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
And if this is anything like the other Origin chapters that we've had, this is going to be good. He unlocked the cutscene. He unlocked his flashback. Achievement unlocked. Let's go. I am hyped for this. Man, the tone shift going from the color page just to this page is drastic.
Am I the only one who just noticed a huge tone shift here?
But I'm noticing, just from this panel right here, young Tenko Shimura has dark hair. It's not gray or white. So, at some point, Tenko Shimura is going to go through a Kaneki transformation. His hair is going to go from dark to white, thanks to this tragic backstory. But we're also seeing his dad.
Oh no.
So that's what his dad looks like. Okay, let's see where we're going from here. It looks like his dad's about to like scold him or beat him.
I can see the future.
Playing hero again, causing trouble, and young Tenko's just screaming, he's wailing, it's just see his feet flailing, and his mom's like, stop, Kotaro. This man's name is Kotaro? Like Kotaro Oman from Tokyo Ghoul? Oh my god. And it actually fits too, because both of those characters were technically orphans at a point. Oh my god. The connections I'm making to Tokyo Ghoul right now is great. Stop, Kotaro. Don't be so hard on him.
Please stop pushing him. He's only 5 years old.
And Tenko's just screaming, no! But his dad's just not having it. If you don't like it, then learn your lesson this time. Father, no! There was one rule in our house. My father's one absolute rule. And the mom is still pleading, Kotaro, please. No talk about heroes. Tenko Shimura, 5 years old.
If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
He basically just put him outside like a dog. You better not go apologize to him for me. But what about dinner? And his allergies are only getting worse. Rules are rules. Don't you think you've been a little too strict lately? And you got the grandparents chiming in. 5 years old and still no Quirk. If I can't make Tenko understand, it'll only lead to more misery for him. Wanting to be a hero will cause him nothing but trouble. Boo! As my in-laws, I need you to understand too. Okay, so that clarifies which side of the family these grandparents are from. These are the mother's parents. And they don't look too happy with how their son-in-law is treating their grandson for obvious reasons. But they're not saying anything. They're not speaking up. They're just letting this happen. We even have Hana off to the side watching this all go down, but she's not speaking up either. She's just sitting there petting the family dog. What a nice family dynamic we got going on right here. As a businessman, my father made a fortune at a young age. He even built a house big enough for my mom's parents to live with us. Come on, no more scratching, okay? But I'm so itchy. It's too bad we don't know what's causing these allergies. It's the house. I get itchy here. Wow. That's sad. It's not the house. It's him being in the house. Him being in the house makes him cry and then makes him rub his eyes in his face, which is causing the rash, causing the allergies. Wow. The early signs of his quirk manifesting before the tragedy is about to go down. Tenko, do you still want to be a hero? Yup, because like nobody wanted to play with Mikun and Tomo. So I'm guessing some childhood friends right here. So I said, let's play together. And we played heroes and it was super fun as he continues scratching at his eyes. And then Mikun said, you should be All Might, Ten. I was nice and played with them even though they don't have any friends. Oh my god. It's so weird and just a big contrast to see young Tenko loving heroes, but admiring and loving All Might and people comparing him to All Might, and then just the big contrast of Shigaraki now, how he just despises All Might with everything in his being.
He's the coolest in the universe! And once I get my quirk, I'm gonna be a hero just like him!
You didn't do anything wrong. Don't worry. I am here for you.
Shigaraki, this is your fault! I hate you!
Mommy, why does father say no all the time? Does he hate me? Will he like me if I get my quirk? That's messed up. You never want your child to think that. Will my father finally love me if I get my quirk, if my quirk manifests? That's messed up on so many levels. And you just see young Tenko hugging his mother, and he also has a face full of boobs. But you just feel for him in this situation. Your father doesn't hate you. He knows how hard it is for heroes. Little kids are sneakier than you'd expect, and simpler. And then we have another 2 panels of the father scolding Tenko and seeing him cry. And then the grandparents coming in after the fact to try and cheer him up. When you're little, a grown-up's words are absolute, and that's why I needed to hear it from you all. Just one thing. But the household my father built rejected me kindly. Yeah, Tenko couldn't be himself in his own home. He was being molded, forcibly molded by his father through abuse, being scolded, through anger, animosity on what his son should be, all because of what happened in his abandonment issues with his mother, with Nana. But what's even worse is the fact that no one is coming to Shigaraki's rescue, to young Tenko Shimura. His grandparents, his mom, his sister, none of them are speaking up when the abuse and the scolding is happening. It's always after the fact they come and try and cheer him up. But that's not going to make the situation any better. And it makes sense why Tenko is like, I need you guys to say one thing, and you couldn't even do that for me. Living in his own home, it doesn't even feel like home. And now we have the Nana picture. So now we're caught up to the moment that Hana showed this to Tenko. It's a secret. So this is Grandma. She was a hero, I guess. Why'd you want to show me this, Hana? Daddy said all that stuff, but don't worry, I'm on your side, Tenko. Let's be a brother-sister hero team, but keep it a secret from Daddy. Okay. Wow, he looks a lot like Deku in these two panels right here, especially with the dark hair. Him holding that picture of Nana with his dad as a boy really does remind me of that one panel with Deku holding the All Might training card.
We're not so different, you and I.
It's giving me the same exact vibes. And it's both Tenko and Deku looking at a hero that is kind of inspiring their dream. Once again, Horikoshi, the similarities are strong, very strong, between Tenko and Deku. It was a sweltering day, and you just see young Tenko playing fetch with his dog. So my other grandma was a hero. My family had a hero in it, and just that thought is putting a smile on his face. And he throws the ball. You know what, Mon? I feel like I could take on the world right now. Ouch! His quirk activated. It activated a little bit. You can see parts of the ball starting to crack away. It's decaying a bit. And you can see Tenko looking at his hand like, what was that? He felt it. It hurt him a little bit.
If you touch this palm, I'll kill you.
Oh man, his quirk is about to activate. Things are about to go down. Things are about to get tragic. Tenko! Did you sneak into my study?
He's pissed.
There's a very bad feeling about this.
Oh my god. That is an intense looking face on Kotaro right there. He is beyond pissed. Did you see it? He is this pissed just for finding out that Tenko went into his study and saw the picture. That's beyond messed up. Like, what is he about to do to his son right now? It had just rained, and the humidity was stinging my already ragged skin. And Tenko just looked shocked. And behind his father, you can see little Hana crying and hugging on to her mother. It was as if the itchiness welled up from deep in my gut. Wow, Tenko, he said he wanted to go in there. Little kids are sneakier than you'd expect, and simpler. And you see him just raise his hand.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
Damn!
Kotaro just slapped Tenko. He just slapped his son for no reason at all. But also because Hana kind of ratted him out. Her dialogue, she's saying Tenko wanted to go in there, but she's the one that brought him in and showed him the picture. And I think when the father found out that they were in there, went to Hana first and was like, did you go in there? And to kind of like ease the trouble that she could get in, blamed it all on Tenko. And then his rage boiled over and he just came outside and slapped his son.
Clever girl.
Like the hand of God coming down to strike. He just slapped Tenko across the face, and the dog is just barking. His mom is just screaming, Kotaro, no! That wasn't your grandmother in the picture. That was a monster who abandoned her child.
How dare you? She's a nice lady.
Do you really want to know what heroes are? And we just have all of these shots of the grandparents, his mom, his sister. Help me. Don't just watch. Come on. Help me. Help me. Somebody. They're people who hurt their own families, only to help complete strangers. And he's raising his hand again. Tenko's father's got deep-seated issues with what happened with Nana abandoning him. It affected him hard. Like, I understand where Kotaro is coming from, but it doesn't excuse what he's doing right now. He is taking out his frustration on his entire family. But what's even worse, like I stated earlier, the grandparents, his mom, his sister, they're letting this happen. They are feeding the anger, the frustration, and the abuse that Tenko is receiving. This household was the one my father built. Now we're going back into the study. Kotaro took out, looks like a written letter. You can see the picture in the drawer. Oh, and you can see Nana. He's flashing back to when Nana abandoned him, gave him up. I'm sorry for leaving you so suddenly. Your mom has to go fight a really bad man now. The bad man might try to do mean things to you, Kotaro. And that's why we can't be together anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of a normal mom for you. You might decide to hate me, but please know that no matter what happens, I will always love you. Oh, in this panel of seeing her trying to cook a meal for her son, and he's like disgusted by it, holding up a 6 out of 10. Oh my God. Nana tried her best. She couldn't cook, but she did her best. But this panel is beautiful. Nana with her hair down and saying goodbye for the last time to her son. I love you, Kotaro. I hope you can live a life full of smiles and joy. That didn't happen. Knowing that your mom is watching over you from heaven. I'd rather you never loved me. This is heavy. This is really heavy stuff right here. Like, this is another thing kind of reminding me of concepts and stuff from Tokyo Ghoul.
Why couldn't you just live for me? You had a choice. Why didn't you choose me?
Kaneki wanting his mom to choose him and to live. But comparing that to where Kotaro and Nana chose the hero life over being his mother. Chose to be a hero, to go die for a cause that she thought was right, and abandon her son in the process. And Kotaro just can't deal with that. And he's lived his entire life built up with that aggression and hatred towards his mom. Even the fact that he's had this letter this whole time of his mother apologizing and saying she will always love him and that he should move on with smiles and joy and live a happy life. He couldn't move past the fact that his mom abandoned him. And now we have Tenko's mom and grandparents coming into the study. That was too much. Yes, I went too far. How are the kids? We're not playing by your rules if you're going to get violent. You promised us a home full of joy. What happened to that? I didn't want it to be this way. So now they're starting to voice their opinions about, like, you're gone too far. I mean, too little too late at this point. He's physically hit Tenko at this point. And now we're going back outside with Tenko just crying and sobbing, and he's holding on to Moan, to his dog, as he's just sobbing, crying, no, I hate it. And he's like hiccuping at the same time. He's just hysterical. You hear me, Moan? And he's just hugging his dog. I can't take it. I hate everyone.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Let the hate flow through you.
And this is the moment This is the moment when his quirk fully activated. And his first victim's gonna be his dog. Oh, and that's what sucks too. Like, the dog did nothing wrong. His dog was always there for him. He was hugging his dog. The only thing in his life that did not hurt him. And Tenko just poof. K quirk activate. And Mon died. And that is the end of the chapter. Holy crap. This was a full chapter too. This was a full 19-page chapter, including the color page. Horikoshi, you went in on this chapter. Gigantic praise for the Tenko Shimura origin chapter. You didn't hold anything back. Might be my favorite chapter of the arc. It's up there with me with 229. All it takes is one bad day with Twice. This might be better. And the way that it ends, I am very curious if next chapter is going to pick up and we're going to see the tragedy take place and just a young Tenko disintegrating everyone and just mayhem breaking out. Horikoshi, whatever you have in store for us for next chapter, bring it on. I cannot wait. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 235 of My Hero Academia. Absolutely amazing chapter from start to finish, despite how dark and real this chapter got. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the events of this chapter, because there is definitely a lot to talk about and to discuss. What are your guys' thoughts on the color page that we got that kicked off this chapter and the fact that it's the 5-year anniversary of MHA? But with the chapter itself, how bad did you feel with the Tenko Shimura origin, seeing him just being abused and crying and not being able to just express himself normally in this household? But what are your guys' thoughts on Tenko's father? I know there's going to be a lot to talk about just with that alone. So how do you guys feel about that overall situation, but also with the entire family as well, considering they never spoke up about this abuse happening? They kind of just let it happen and then try to deal with the aftermath. Definitely a lot to talk about and to discuss, so leave your comments down in the comment section down below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon, that way you guys can be alerted whenever a new MHA reaction pops up on the channel. And if you guys want to talk about other things or this chapter outside of YouTube, feel free to follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can be found in the description down below. But that's going to do it from here, guys. So until next week, when we have chapter 236 of My Hero Academia, I'll talk to you guys next time, but remember, go beyond plus ultra.